everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel Ray here, and today, I just wanted to show you guys that I'm a normal person too. I totally dropped this storage case off the back end of the table. So today's video, if you didn't know, is a Wipnchat. That's a work in progress. WIP is work in progress. My current work in progress is this gift that was sent to me by Denise. She's one of my patrons on Patreon, and I'm trying to get through it because it's a partial, and I feel like it'll make me want to do Mad Kitty more if I just get this finished. I don't have much to do, as you can see here, but I organized my drill storage. You might have seen that video yesterday. I reorganized all my drills from the binder system into the new system, and I was taking pictures of stuff. I was looking at things that had just come in the mail, and then all of a sudden this morning it just went off the back end of the table and fell everywhere. But the good thing about these is that my drills didn't go anywhere. They have a screw top, so the drills are fine. It's just the containers got all wonky. So that's awesome. I hope you guys are having a good day, good Wednesday. I'm not doing too bad. I've had a kind of a, one of those days where it just seems to go on and forever and ever, and like there seems to be no end in sight of the day. It seems like it's one of those days. So my day started where it was so misty that you couldn't see, like you wouldn't want to go walking in it, right? So that's how the day started. I was just like, okay, I feel tired and unmotivated to do much of anything today. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I just stayed in bed until about, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. I wasn't asleep. I was working on my knitting project. So if you guys don't follow my knitting progress, you probably don't know this. I'm a really new knitter. I'm new to cross stitch and I'm new to knitting. And when I didn't lose a number, but I lost a container somewhere. 2 containers. I'll find them. They're down on the floor somewhere. So yeah, I'm new to the whole knitting thing. And the shawl that I'm doing, like the first part of the shawl was so easy. So very easy. It wasn't complicated at all. And I felt like, how do I put this? I felt like it was too easy there for a while. And I'm really glad that I'm wrong. Because, yeah, it's suddenly just, I turned the work and now it's like, what am I doing? I'm doing all new things. So I spent the whole morning and early afternoon doing that today. So that was pretty fun. Oh, just in case anybody asks, this is a Diamond Dots canvas. It's called Cherry Blossom Mountain. Diamond Dots is a distributor, manufacturer of diamond paintings. I've got yarn all over. I'll have to take a lint roller to this. They're a distributor of diamond paintings. A lot of their diamond paintings are partial drill. This is a partial drill. I really like it though. Can you see? Let me just like move things a little bit to where they normally are. Partial drill. I have a link to the unboxing down below so you can check that out. But it was given to me as a gift. I'm so thankful. It's so pretty and it's really bright and it's exactly what I needed right now. The pen that I'm using right now is from Diamond Art Club, diamondartclub.com. And the container system is also from diamondartclub.com. Whenever I make a video, I always link all the products in the description box. So check that out if you're interested. I don't have the link to this canvas because the thing with Diamond Dots is that they're not available through their own website. You have to go to other retailers to buy. So like if you're in the States or in Canada, I think you can go to Michael's or Joann's or one of those places. But like if you're in the UK, you need to go to a different store, and Ireland has a different store. Just if you do a Google search for Cherry Blossom Mountain Diamond Dots with a Z instead of a S, I can talk, you'll be able to find it. Right, okay, so yeah, I got a little confused this morning doing my knitting, but I figured it out, I think. But I'm about to start what I consider to be the hard part, which are German short rows. So, at least it is right now. It's confusing right now because I've never done them before, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'm excited because that means that I'm really close to the end, and I am doing a knit along with Ruby and Roses. She's hosting this. Ruby and Roses is hosting a knit along called A Lot of Fluff Cal. And that just means if you want to join in, you have until I think the end of July to knit something. So if you want to knit like a hat or a scarf or something simple, the only requirement is that it has like mohair or kid silk as one of the parts in the piece. That's the only thing, and you're entering in to win some of her own yarn. So if you're interested in the yarn that I'm using over, you know, from her shop, I've shown it a few times on my channel on the floss tube videos. Check it out, it's really fun. Yesterday, we announced the winner for the Diamond Shop June Mystery Artist Reveal, who is Jeremiah Morelli. And if you haven't seen it already, to check and see if you're the winner, go check it out. I've already contacted the winner at this stage. But just so that you know, that did happen. That was very exciting. Thank you all for participating. Thank you to Diamond Shop for asking me to be a part of the reveal. I'm so sorry I did not have a chance to work on that diamond painting, but I'm still working on the first one they gave me from Christmas. So I've got so many works in progress and so little time. But y'all know that I'm still committed to whipping the whips this year. I just picked too many big projects, I think. I think that was my problem. So if I have any advice to beginner diamond painters, I know that the big ones look awesome, and I am that person that's going to tell you bigger is better, but sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you just need a break from big diamond paintings. You need a quick finish, or, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, usually my go-tos for the little projects are those special drill canvases that you can get. They are just blinged up. They have lots of character, you know, and it's fun to do. And it doesn't look pixelated. It's different, you know. It's not like just because it's small, it doesn't look good. I love those. And you can knock them out in like an hour or two sometimes, depending on what it is, you know. And it's just a nice little win, you know. And that's important to have, because at the minute, all of my canvases are like, at minimum, 50 or 60 centimeters on one side. So that's quite a lot. It's a lot. But I won't complain. It's just that, you know, it's hard to get a finish when you're always doing the big ones. So, though, I do know some people who only work on big ones like I do most of the time, and they section off the painting and they consider each section like a small win. But I can't trick my brain to think like that, because when I finish a section, I immediately start the next section. Whereas I think that I really need, that is really slippy. Hold on, there's something wrong with this drill, I think. Yeah, did you see that? This drill was so slippy. I was like, oh, does that mean that that part of the canvas isn't sticky? No, that part of the canvas is sticky, but the back of the drill, the flat side, wasn't flat. So it wasn't sticking. It was just like, woo, all over the place. So yes, this one, when I unrolled it, I was like, I need a quick win. And by quick, I mean, this has taken me, what, like a month to get this far, because I've done it again and I've bitten off too much, more than I can chew. I've got so many things going on at the moment with the cancer research for Velasano, doing 100 hours of cross stitch on one project. It is really fun and it's quite motivating, but it does mean that a lot of my time is taken up with this project. But it's going to be nice to get that much progress in. And I know that after I finish this 100 hours, I'm going to put it away for a while, because I've got so many cool projects to work on right now. And yeah, I'll be kind of sick of it, to be honest. Who pointed this out? Somebody pointed this out to me. I always pick projects that have a lot of black in them. I know. But, you know, the thing is that I don't really mind that. That's just the way that it happens. I think. I hope I don't run out of drills. I am a little worried now, but we'll see. We'll see. I won't write it off yet. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm doing the knit along. So those two things have deadlines, you know what I mean? So like Velasano weekend ends on the 19th. So I need to get the 100 hours done by July 19th. I see a few days of nothing but stitching in my future. And then a lot of fluff cal is over at the end of July. So I have a little more time for that one. And I did do a pile of work today, so I'm going to put that away for a little bit. But I'm not going to be working on any other knitting projects or anything like that, you know. I just want to get it done. But for diamond painting, I haven't set any goals for myself. There are a few projects that I want to work on this year. I don't know about you guys. I know there's a lot of diamond paint alongs going on right now. And there are quite a few creators who are hosting their own like giveaways for participating in their DP along. So be sure to check out, you know, I don't really know. Maybe, okay, I got an idea. How about this? If you know of a DP along that's going on right now, that either you're a part of or that you just know of, will you just leave the information down in a comment? Check the comments and see if someone's already posted about it, but then that'll give you an idea, because I think there's some for Chuck Pinson, there's some for Manny Manzano, you know, like focusing on an artist, and there's others like with themes. So for example, Heike at Stone Cold Coffee Crafts, she just finished up her DP theme of the month. And the theme of the month for June was fairy tale, like magic. See, I can't even remember. But hers, you know, if you had something that was a fairy tale or something that could be seen as a fairy tale, then that counted. So my Mad Kitty counted in her DP theme of the month. And maybe, you know, there's going to be like, I'm sure that there's going to be some that are like Christmas themed because it's July and Christmas in July is a thing. You know what I mean? So it's going to be really fun. The next month will be fun. Excuse me. I think when I'm finished with this one, I'm going to have a long, hard look at my whips. And I did get a few requests from from viewers to do a whip parade of my diamond paintings, so I might do that. I don't really know how long that video will be. Probably not too long, but I do have quite a few works in progress right now, and I know that it can be fun to watch them on FlossTube, so it might be fun to watch them on DiamondTube. I haven't done a DiamondTube episode in a really long time. It was my attempt at starting a FlossTube-esque video for diamond painting, but it just doesn't really, I don't know if it actually translates well. A lot of us in the diamond painting community, we don't really like to show our faces. It's a lot of pressure, me included. Y'all don't even know how long it takes me to get ready for a FlossTube. And sometimes I just wear what I'm wearing, and then other times I feel like I should dress up because it is like literally the only social event that I partake in every week. Thanks COVID. But yeah, DiamondTube. I do have a playlist if you're interested. That would have been last summer, and I think I was doing that because I didn't have a lot of time. I was working as a teacher, and I was working in my other job, and I was like, I'm only making one video a week. But that was fun. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about the story. So I don't know if you joined me yesterday for the the organizing my new storage system and chat, but I wanted to talk about Luna. Before I do, I just want to say I did get a comment that said, did I get the idea for the storage from 4Kids at 147? And the truth is she has a much prettier system than I do. So if you're going to look up to somebody, go check out her video, because she's much more organized, and I think her system is beautiful. It is what I would want mine to become. But mine was rough and ready. One, because my photo boxes are not the correct size. They're more junk storage totes, let's just hide all the things in a pretty box. They're not specific to a size like hers are. So she was able to do all this math and make it all pretty, and I strive to get to that point, but she definitely inspired that. And also there were a few other YouTubers and some people in my group, Crafters Anonymous, with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray. Link is in the description. A bunch of people on there also do their drills like that. I don't know who gave me the idea first, so I'm really not sure about that. But you were asking, and I thought I'd answer. It's a bunch of people have had that idea, and it's a great idea. It works wonders. I'm just glad that my binder is now free for all those extra special drills. So I just wanted to put that out there. Oh boy, I need water. Hang on. It's one of those days today. My allergies are crazy. And it keeps going from hot to cold, rainy to muggy and hot and super humid. And it's probably not even over 60 degrees Fahrenheit. But this is Irish summer, It's we do live on the coast, so we get a lot of wind in comparison to the Midlands and stuff. But it's still, it can get hot. And let's just say I'm glad I'm not in the kitchen right now. So yeah, if you hear me sniffling, that's why. I have seasonal allergies, and and I did take my medication this morning, but it is rough. So let's talk about what happened. Let's talk about what happened on Sunday, right? Sunday, I was in Jen's live. So Jen's Creations Wall on YouTube. She hosts a live stream on Sundays, and she was diamond painting, and we were just having a good time. I was knitting, and or I was stitching, and then I put the stitching down because I think I had hit like 14 hours at that stage, and I was like, I need a break. 14 hours in 2 days. And so I started knitting, and then I don't know. I think I had a conversation with James. I think James was the one, my husband, looks at me and he's like, you know, if you're going to go to the beach today, I'll go with you. And it was like a hallelujah moment, because James doesn't like water, and if he can stay home and like play his games by himself, he usually chooses to do that. Like, I'm the one that walks the dog, you know what I mean? And I'm fine with that. Don't get me wrong, but it just surprised me. And for those of you who have been here for a while, if you're new here, hi. I have a dog named Luna, and she got in an accident a few years ago. She had a plate, titanium plate, put into her shoulder, and ever since she's been limping on that leg, or limping off the leg, so she's not using it. But in the last, I don't know, few months, I've noticed that she's gotten really lethargic. She's very sleepy all the time. She's not getting the exercise that she needs, but she also refuses to use her leg, you know? So she's not strengthening her leg. Then she started gnawing on her leg, and I was like, okay, that's not a good sign. So I took her to the vet. The vet told us she needs to get in the water and work the leg. So this is a long story short, by the way. If you're interested in a long story, check out the week before this for that week's chat video, and you'll hear all about it. Basically, I thought we were going to have to amputate her leg, but he was like, nah, we're just going to give her medication, and you're going to give her hydrotherapy in the ocean. And I was like, I'm going to what now? Yeah. So basically, I came home and I ordered a wetsuit straight away, and I was like, all right, let's do this. I guess I'm going in the ocean now. Well, she loves it. She actually loves getting in, and she likes going to the beach. So it's fun for her, and I'm so glad about it. I promised that I made a promise to myself that I would try to go every other day as long as the sea was calm enough. I'm not gonna force myself to swim in rough seas. Obviously, you should not do that. Be safe. If you don't have someone with you, don't get in the ocean, okay? Because that ain't cool. But I want to tell you about what happened. I'm a really strong swimmer. I haven't like, how do I explain this? I wouldn't be the most fit person, okay? I'm not the kind of person that does push-ups every day and does yoga and all this stuff. But that's the kind of person that I aspire to be. I think I just hadn't found the right thing. But because of this, the silver lining is that I think I have rekindled my love for swimming. I really love swimming. I was that kid that used to just like stay in the hotel pool. When we were on vacation at the beach, I'd be in the pool the whole time because, well, you know, my family weren't strong swimmers, so they didn't like me swimming in the ocean. But I was a fish. Anywhere you brought me to water, lakes, rivers, didn't matter. Put me in the water, I'll be in there all day. Okay? I'm still the same. I just didn't realize that I still had that deep down, you know. It never went away. I just hadn't used it in so long, you know. So the story goes, he looks at me on Sunday and he's like, my James, my husband. He looks at me on Sunday, he's like, let's, you know, you let me know when you're ready. And I was like, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. Let's go. Because I was so excited that he was going to come with me. And this is the way that it goes. So first, you got to get on your swimsuit, okay? Easy. Easy peasy. Then you got to collect all the towels that you're going to need. Now, my dog needs 2 towels, and I might need half a towel, you know? Luna is a collie, a border collie. We think she's a mix, but it could just be that she's a runt. A lot of people think she's Australian Shepherd, but they don't really exist here. And the vet told me that she is a mountain collie. I was like, a mountain collie? But he means border collie. Sheep herding collie. I am using the right color. Good Lord. That was that was a bit of a panic. All right, Rachel, just put it to the side like that. All right. So, anyway, my dog doesn't shed water is what I'm trying to say. She absorbs water. So, I get on my suit and Luna is automatically like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," cuz I wear like it looks like a extra big hoodie that has short arms and a long torso. So it's kind of like this warm fleece that it's a change suit. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I got one of them. When she sees me wearing that, she's like, "Let's go, Mom." And so I gathered up all the towels. I got her lead and her harness and everything. And the wetsuit. And the wetsuit, okay. I have a love-hate relationship with this wetsuit. The wetsuit is the biggest size that exists in Ireland, UK size, okay? It's supposedly really big. I am one dress size bigger than what they recommend you wear this suit in, okay? I know it isn't good. And I know that I might break it, but the idea is that if I use it enough, maybe I'll lose that extra quarantine 20 to be able to fit into my own size again. It's a little embarrassing, but you know what? Wearing a wetsuit is kind of BA, all right? Like, and if you don't know what BA stands for, it stands for bad booty, all right? It's fun. And anyway, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with this wetsuit. So I don't really, I live 10 minutes from the beach, max, driving, yeah? From the place that we're going because it's the safer place. And I have been wearing my suit in the car to the beach, but I think from now on, I am gonna change when I get to the beach because getting into this suit, first of all, Fee from Diamond in the Rough on YouTube, she told me a hack is to stick your foot into a plastic bag, like, you know, like a bag that you get from the grocery store or whatever. Get those little plastic bags that you don't use except for trash liners and stick your foot in it and then through the foot of the suit. Game changer. I did break the bag though, but it's okay. It's okay. We got plenty of bags. So that's tip number 1 for you guys. If you're talking to you as if you're going to wear a wetsuit, but maybe you will. That was cool. But once I get to the hips, I have to start doing a dance. So there I am moving all around. You know those wavy, hold on, how do you say it again? Wavy inflatable arm dudes, you know, that are outside of car dealerships in the States and they're like, woo, and they look really silly. That's what I look like trying to get in my wetsuit. So there's no other way. You just have to wiggle your way into it. You know what I mean? And like keep pulling up on all the joints. So the knees, you get lots of fabric that like sticks to the knees and you got to wiggle that up your thigh. and then you're like wiggling your butt so that, you know, you can get the rest of the material up. And then it's like you got to roll it up your torso. I wish I could show you on the one hand, but on the other hand, I'm definitely not going to show you because it is just too funny. I feel like every time I try to put it on, I'm going to have a laughing fit if I'm thinking about it too hard. You know what I mean? But so when I get the suit over my shoulders, suddenly the suit goes from being really funny to putting me into a panic. A mental panic, not a physical panic. I am highly, highly claustrophobic. And it's really hard for me to turn off that switch. When you put on a wetsuit, it's hella tight, you know? And for me, I have to like take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth for about 2 minutes. Once I've put it over my shoulders, I haven't even zipped it up yet. And I have to like zen myself into being okay in the suit. That sounds really silly unless you too suffer from claustrophobia, because it is no joke how tight this thing is, right? Anyway, I get over it. But then I have to bring all the stuff and the dog and my husband to the car, and I was the one driving. Needless to say, by the time that 10-minute car ride was over, I was so hot in that suit because it is a winter suit. It's a 5'4" winter thick suit, and it is warm to wear. Basically, the way that wetsuits work is that it heats up your it insulates the heat that your body is naturally radiating back onto your body. And it's so cool the way that neoprene works. You should check it out. You learn more about it if you're interested, because I'm telling you right now, if I had known that it was acceptable to wear a wetsuit in the ocean earlier, you know, like, how do I explain this? Because I think it's all in my head, but nobody ever told me, so how am I supposed to know? You know how you watch movies and like all the surfer dudes and girls are like not wearing wetsuits? That's not a thing. Like, that's the movies, you know? Wetsuits are awesome, and I think that anybody who's interested in swimming should look into buying one, because it especially if you swim in the Atlantic coast, because the Atlantic is really cold. I don't know about the Pacific, because I'd love to go swimming in the Pacific. I think that off the coast of like California, it's all right, but you know, obviously like Oregon, Washington, it's probably a little chilly up there. But we are on the same. Are we on the same latitude as Nova Scotia, I think? Something like that. Somewhere up there. Somewhere close up there. We're up there. 9, not 10. And so it's just, the water is, I looked it up. The average temperature for this time of year where I am is 50, what did I write to Elizabeth? What did I say, Elizabeth? Was it 55 or 56 degrees Fahrenheit? That's how warm or cold the water is. So it's not exactly bath water. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cold. I mean, you could put, if you were to go tubing, if that were a thing here, and you were to go tubing, anybody gone tubing? Let me know in the comments. You could put your 6-pack on a rope and drag it behind you, and it would be cold when you went to drink it. That's how cold this ocean water is, okay? So just so that you know, it's cold. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out. Tubing is awesome. But Okay, so long story long. I really know how to make a story go all kinds of which ways. I apologize if you don't understand my brain. I understand that it is difficult to keep up, but I get him in a car. By the time we get to the beach, I am like taking really deep breaths and trying not to think about it. And I think my husband just didn't even notice. But I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of this car. Get out of the car and like do a starfish. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I told him one of the main reasons that I wanted him there was because I wanted to walk out to the edge of the pier and jump in, but I couldn't on Sunday because the water was out. The tide was out. I'm not jumping off the pier when it's low tide. I'm not silly, okay? So, where do I want to start with this? I'm going to go from, all right, here's another thing. I got some feedback on some of my first videos, or not first, sorry, my introduction, my beginner series for diamond painting. If you watched one of those and you got confused by what I said, this is what I mean. I work from the top left corner to the bottom right, but when I open a section, I will usually work from the right to the left of that section because the least amount of sticking that my hand does to the canvas is the best. Does that make sense? So you see how I haven't opened this section yet? This section protects my hand so I can lay down diamonds. But once I get over here, there's nothing to protect my hand except the drills that I just put down. You know what I mean? That's how I work. I'm sure most of you understand by now. If you're watching, if you're just listening, then cool. Let us start with the one that I think I'm going to run out of. I'll just substitute a different color. Thing about diamond dots is that they don't use DMC numbers. They use their own code. And it's kind of hard to find out what that is too. But anyway, where was I? So I get out of the car, I do a starfish. I'm like, let's do this. I walk with him to the end of the pier. And I'm trying to coax Luna to come with me. And I'm like, come on down the stairs. There's some stairs that go down to the water. Come on down the stairs with me. She's not having any of it. And it's probably for the best that she didn't. You know, it would have tired her out a lot faster if she had come with me. I think just to paint the scene there, it's a cove. So there's a beach that's kind of crescent shaped, and then you've got a pier that's about it's hard to gauge. How far would that have been? 250, 300 feet maybe from the shore. I'm guessing. I really don't know. I'll try to find out for you, but I really don't know. It was a good bit to swim, but it doesn't take too long to walk. You know what I mean? So, I get in the water and it was rough, y'all. It was rough. There was quite a big current going on. I had enough time trying to swim myself back to shore. Never mind with the dog. So the dog was better off with James up on the pier, right? I gotta move this little magnet that's under here, causing trouble. All right, so I get in the water. Water's really rough, and I'm like, crap. But I was committed. You know when you're committed, but you're stupid committed? I was stupid committed. I was also stupid committed to the fact that I wanted to wear my new, like, scuba snorkel mask thing that I got. Yeah, I went all out. I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I got gloves. I got a full face mask snorkel thing. And so I wore that. And the moment I looked down into the water, I was so happy. I haven't been so happy in a long time. I squealed like a little girl. I was like, you're not gonna believe this. I'm like shouting at James through the mask. Obviously he's never gonna see it because he hates the water. He's deathly afraid of the water. But I was just like, this is so cool. I could see all kinds of different kinds of seaweed. There was this one seaweed that looked like a rope. It was like super thin. It had little bobbles along the way. It almost looked like, there's this kind of cactus or succulent plant that's beautiful. It looks like these little beads, like a necklace, like a pearl. Yeah. A strand of pearls. And that's what the seaweed looked like. It was so pretty. But it only took me about a minute to realize that I was paddling, but I wasn't going anywhere. And okay, I gotta keep drilling. But I was paddling, I was moving my arms and my legs, but nothing was happening. And then the feeling of the seaweed wrapping around me, I was just like, Rachel, you got to calm down. You got to calm down. Nothing is grabbing you. Nothing is coming up from the ocean to grab you. Just calm down. These irrational fears, y'all. So I kept like sticking my head in the water just to look down. If you, I won't be able to edit this video today, but like imagine you're wearing a full face mask. The whole face of your face, your whole face has a shield on it. You can see everywhere. Everywhere. I could see everything. It was super clear. And I was just like, this is so amazing. But, you know, at the same time, I was like, the water is really strong today. So I lifted the mask and I started to swim, like properly swim. I look back as well around this time and I see that Luna is pacing. She is up on the pier. James is over, you know, off the pier walking back towards the shore. And I'm shouting at him. I'm like, James, you gotta help her. You need to like, you know, corral her or something. And like, I'm trying to shout this over the sound of like crashing waves. And as I'm talking to him, she panics and she thinks that I'm in danger. And so she runs down the pier towards the shoreline, like towards the road where it goes back to the shore. But she veers off and she starts coming down the rocks on the side, like not on the road, but to come down to the water. And I started freaking out. I was like, Luna, get back, you know, and using all the commands that I've taught her to go back. But of course, she thinks that I'm panicked and that I'm in trouble. And so she's listening to me. And then suddenly she's like, no, I got to go in there and help her. And I'm like, girl, you best get away from this water. Because I knew, you know, she's not strong enough. She can't. She would kill herself trying to save me. You know what I mean? And I love that dog, but I don't want her to die. That is the whole reason why I am taking you to the beach. So, needless to say, that motivated me to swim even harder. So I start swimming harder towards the shore. I'm yelling at James to get her in check and, you know, get behind her and herd her back to the shore and, you know, get her under control. Like, don't be doing this to me right now. I can't do this. I'm going to have a heart attack or an asthma attack or something trying to yell at you and swim back to the shore. Okay, we made it, y'all. We made it. There was plenty of drills for that color. But yeah, so my heart, well, I still have this bit to do as well, don't I? Hang on. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. There's only a few of them left. Right, so water. Arrow up is 6. So I get to the shore finally, and I mean, I haven't swam that hard in years. I blame James because I think he could have done more to make sure that she, he could have been paying it a little bit more attention. But at the same time, I can't blame him too hard because he didn't grow up with dogs. He doesn't understand canine behavior. He couldn't anticipate what she was going to do. I certainly did not anticipate her trying to clamber down a bunch of rocks to get to me. I didn't think she would even try it. But then again, it is my dog, and she thought that I was dying. So that was exciting. By the time I got back to the shore and I walked up to the slip, that's where the boats can go in and out, and a big old ramp, a concrete ramp, And I got to that, and I sat down, and I was panting, and I was just like, okay, breathe, everything's okay. And she comes zooming around that corner. Luna, yeah, I'm talking about you. Zooming around that corner, and she was kissing my face. She was so worried. Weren't you? And then she was so excited. Weren't you? Yeah, you were excited. You want to go swimming? I'm not going to say the B word, B-E-A-C-H, because she will not let me go. Right? Who's a good girl? Who's a protective doggo? Huh? Yeah, you, duh. So, yeah, and then I left the snorkel mask with James, and he was looking at rocks and stuff. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I took her in, and we started swimming, and it was fun. She is getting, well, I don't know if she's getting stronger or if she's understanding that she's doing a good job and she can do it without going underwater. I don't think she trusted herself before, but now she's got a lot more confidence in the water. The only thing is that she's still scared of the waves. So, waves crashing onto the land, because the waves are taller than her, So that's the only thing. She's scared of the waves. But we'll get over that. I think that once she realizes she can play and jump over the wave and it won't hurt her, I think that's when we're going to make progress. So soon, I think if someone's backing up in my driveway, and it's a black Ford Focus, which is the car that I used to have in the States before my ex destroyed it. Anyway, what was I saying? I got totally distracted. People don't turn around in my driveway very often. I get very suspicious. I don't know. I don't know why. But, what was I saying? Don't remember. Oh, Lord. What was I saying, Luna? She's shaking her tail at me. That she's going to get used to it soon, I'm sure. We're going to try to take her to a different beach. And I think that one's going to be less rocky. At least I hope it is. I'd like to go when it's high tide or coming up to high tide. So I got to check the tide table. I don't want to go when the tide is leaving, because then there could be an undertow. But I would like it when it's coming in and it's just at full tide, because there will be more sand, less rocks for her, and it'll be easier. When we went at low tide at the cove, There were just so many rocks that it was totally uncomfortable for both of us. Yeah, you're a good doggo. You are a good doggo. So yeah, I'm so excited that I'm finally on the last draw of this, the last bit of this. It has been so nice working on this. I prefer, and I'm gonna say this, but like I like both rounds and squares, but there is something about square drills that I love. I love placing them. I love hearing them snap into place. But on the other hand, I love how rounds sparkle. So it just depends on the picture that I'm trying to get. If it's like an image of something like a person, a character, or something like that, I think I'd prefer it in square drill. But when it's something like this, it's very, I want to say it's a little bit abstract, but it's supposed to bounce off. It's supposed to be 3D. I don't mind, and I think it looks really good in round. So you can get square drill, what am I trying to say? Square drill partials, but the only company I've seen do that so far has been Diamond Art Club, which, by the way, Diamond Art Club did a restock, so go check that out. I might have bought something. I know, like I need something. But this has been on my wish list since it came out, and it hasn't been back in stock in a long, long time. And also they have a clear pen that I really, really like. So yeah. Also, oh gosh, there's just so many cool things in the mail right now. You're going to love it. You're really going to love it. I'm excited to share this stuff with you. I wanted to show you my, hold on. Oh, just before we leave. So y'all know that I ordered that Mary's Diamonds diamond painting where the artwork was from Leoba Bruckner. She is a German artist who is officially, exclusively licensed with Diamond Shop. Well, when I realized that I had messed up, or they had messed up, and then I was like, I decided that I would go check out her Instagram, and on her Instagram, she was selling prints that had a limited edition metallic accent to it. So I went ahead and I purchased one. I got Naga, y'all. I got Naga. This is number 15 of 20. Look at her. I hope you can see the glitter. I know I'm not talking to you, Luna. Naga is available on diamondshop.com as a diamond painting, but I wanted the print because I really, really like her. And I don't like to diamond paint skin. I felt nervous about it, but I wanted to show you guys because I know, Luna, please, off. I wanted to show you all. Let me see if I can bring her up so that you can see. Can you see when I do this? Okay, you can. Let me put this down. I'll show you that in a second. If you have this image as a diamond painting, this is something you might consider. If you use sparklers or ABs or crystals, you know, those are the places that she accented on my print. And I think it's so pretty in person. And I got her autograph and everything. I'm excited. I'm going to frame this and hang it up here in my office. It's just so pretty and fun. I love the color of her hair. This is a print. This is not an original, but it does look very, very close to what I imagine the watercolor would look like. You can buy originals from her store, so go check out her store. I'll try to make sure to link it down below where I purchased this, but this is no longer available. This was a limited edition. It also came with a kind of a postcard and a sticker. as well. So that's cool. Really nice. Again, prints. But the prints are so nice that they actually look like they're originals. So lovely. She does very good artwork. I think you'll agree. So yeah, I felt so guilty. I just went over to her site and got a print because you got to support your peeps. All right, folks. So that's how far we got today in this video. I think we did a pretty good job. Finished up that section. Now we've just got this and this left to go, and that's it. So that's not too much. Hopefully I'll have that done soon, and then we can do a post review. I'm going to use this as my like relaxing piece, you know, when I need a few minutes to myself, where I'm not cross stitching. But I'll find the other little pieces. When I'm done with this, I just kind of like put it all together and then put it out in the living room. So that's what I'm going to do. And yes, I'm just using some leftover cover from a double-sided tape project because I like it better than the clear plastic on things like this, especially if it's a partial. So, and that's it. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out with me. I hope you all enjoyed the Wipnchat. Let me know what you're working on down below and if you're enjoying it or not. And, you know, let me know how you feel. Hopefully you all have a good week and a good weekend. And don't forget, I will be going live next week for the public. So just watch out on my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I do upload and go live. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye guys.